Alright, I've been talking about doing this for a while, so today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of my setup. So I have a little bit more complex setup, I'd say, than a lot of people, but I love it. It gives me the ability to do a lot of different stuff. So let's start in. First of all, underneath we have the PlayStation. That's a little cooling thing, but sometimes the PlayStation gets hot, sometimes I get hot. Xbox, gaming / streaming PC, and then up top we have the Switch. So those are all kind of my input devices. I do just have HDMI cables running to my capture card, which is right here. So I can just swap out, these different input HDMIs. It gives me the different consoles into my system. I did add a ring light recently. There's a Bold and Brash. Just because with my new webcam, which sits right here, I was able to angle it more towards this area, and I ended up a little bit backlit with the screens and all the lights. Underneath, I do have a bunch of LEDs. You can see my nasty cord cable bundle there. Luckily, it's pretty much limited there. Everywhere else is pretty weird, except over there, I guess. So I do have LEDs running all under my desk, back of the desk, back around over there. They're not smart. They just kind of run on a cycle. I can change color and stuff. But then I recently got this. It's connected to Lumia Stream because it is smart. So let me pull that up. So Lumia Stream. So that's what gives the ability for people to send commands to lights. They can change the color and stream. It also gives me notifications. So got that connected in. One cool thing that I like about it, so I have the 4 monitors set up. They're all on stands. They actually all have multiple HDMI inputs. So this one can be connected to the output from my capture card. So right now this is direct feed from PlayStation. Whatever I have into the capture card will direct feed here. I can also use it as a 4th monitor for my PC. So if I'm, building a Fortnite level or something, I'll usually make that a monitor for that. I have my mic, so that's my input for stream. So, RGB keyboard, speakers, mouse, all the fun stuff. Got my Xbox controllers back there. All right, and so that's my work laptop. So these 2 screens, their dual input is work laptop for business hours, and then obviously the switch to my gaming streaming PC when not. Work keyboard, work mouse. So can definitely, dual screen work, lock in, keep all the game stuff off, obviously. I recently got an Echo Dot there, just for music and stuff. Got some, charging cables for phones and headphones, whatnot. So I think that's mostly hardware. Like I said, this one also has a dual input HDMI. I don't use it nearly as often, but sometimes I'll use it for, I can flip it around, have, one of my kids or wife play over here on something while I play over here. So, to the streaming setup, so here's where it gets a little complex. So what I have running is I have Streamlabs is my primary. That outputs to Twitch. It has, ties into Alertbox, Lurkbait, which is this fishing game that I play on stream. It pops up right there on the stream. Have all kinds of, mic inputs and everything. So all that's in Streamlabs, and then I actually virtual camera this out to OBS. So in OBS, I have it connected to Restream, so that's how I broadcast to Kick and YouTube. I have it connected to a few other things, but you can only do 2 for free. So Kick, YouTube, coming from OBS, and it also has some things like Blurb and things tied in so that you can get the audio there. And then I do a virtual camera from OBS over to TikTok Studios. And so TikTok Studio obviously goes to TikTok, and I have it set up in a vertical, because a lot of people, typically people on TikTok are doing the vertical on their phone. So, and it also has its own ties into the different audio sources. So some of the tricky things, I have one webcam. I do have two, but I prefer to just use one. So this webcam view is actually, the virtual output from one of the others. It's just a copied source, and so this is actually not straight from the webcam. It's from a virtual camera. That actually allows me to have my Fortnite stats here, because I just basically clip it above where the camera is on that. Let's see, other interesting things about TikTok. Each of the sounds, I've had to do weird things. I could go through the whole thing, but basically the sound doesn't come through with the virtual camera, so I've had to do like sound outputs to a microphone, so they're not actually playing because it goes to a microphone that's not being used, and then I use that microphone as an input into the next one, so I get my sound across everything. So like I said, a bit complex, but it works for me. So these are the 3 streaming things I have up when I stream. And then in addition to those, over here, I get my chats. So this is the OBS one. It shows me Kick and YouTube. Oh, Kick and YouTube over here on this one. What I typically do is actually have all YouTube on this one, and then I'll come over and I'll just have a web browser window open, and that's how I run Kick. So Kick chat goes here. Twitch chat, I just pop out the chat from regular Twitch, pop out the chat so I can have a separate chat, and then TikTok. So while I'm playing gaming here, I just keep an eye over here on my chat. So that's usually, if you come and talk in chat, that's where I'm looking, that's where I'm responding. Webcam here, I just felt like as I look over, it's more like I'm looking at the camera to talk to people. Let's see, what else I usually have, if I'm away, game setup, so I have different, scenes on OBS I can switch to. So stream start, this is my way. So this is a web link into this game. So, if you're on Twitch, you can play the game while you're waiting for me to do whatever I'm doing. And then, I just switch back to the game setup. Got my Nightbot set up, so that's tied in, doing its thing. Do have all kinds of bots set up and all kinds of different things. So while I'm going, all the bots chime in. And I think that's pretty much it. My Oculus is up there. I said Lego creations, all kinds of fun stuff. BD1, my wife's a big Disney person. We got all the Disney and Lego and all the stuff. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I forgot the one thing. So for game audio, I actually have this chat link cable. So one end plugs into the capture card and then runs the other split into this, which allows me to connect my headphones, which my gaming set. So mic, headphone audio comes from the controller, goes to the controller, and then also goes to capture card, so that can all get captured. I think that's pretty much it. That's my setup. A bit complicated, a lot going on, lots of troubleshooting, and I'm messing with and adding stuff all the time. So it's always a fun thing. So if any of you know, I like to help with tech stuff. If you have any questions, I pretty much figured this out, between myself, YouTube videos, and just asking the community. So that's kind of why I'm always, there to help and figure things out. And a lot of this stuff, just popped up because I was helping somebody else. And I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. I like what you're doing there. So I kind of incorporated it into my setup. So that's it. Hope you enjoy. Any questions, let me know.